here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it?
It is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Jackson on first down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the second round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And 6 at the 48-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a handoff to Ingram. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. He may try and run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Newton out wide. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the Ravens' 23-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Taken down.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
1st and 10 at the 12.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
20.
Now Newton. This is White on the screen. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 7 yards on third down. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Patriots take over.
Take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Patriots 7, Ravens nothing.
First down, here's White. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is White. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
From the 17, Newton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Running out of the gun with White. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
And 1.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. This is White. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd down and goal. Newton dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, lived to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, a run from White. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your two-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have one or two for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle.
Complete to Mark
A good pickup there, a 22.
22 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Jackson from the shotgun. And this is incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Ingram again, a first down carry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They begin with a quick throw out left. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. It's a gain of 6 there on first. He had his eyes on 200 yards last week, earned an AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he was really, really good. Fun to watch back in tape with you.
It was fun to watch, wasn't it? And he's trying to have the same type of a game in this one. But what was fun watching was how he read the defense. No matter what they presented, he had an answer for it, and that's why he was open during that game.
A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check 26, check 26. Hey!
On first down, it's White. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 22, Newton to the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
At the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
20. Check 99. 20.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hatchet, hatchet.
Here's Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, as the first half is winding down, and the Patriots add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
On for the extra point is Folk. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Patriots 17. Ravens nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Pick up of 3. Brings up second.
So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Cam going to bring the Patriots up now first and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. On the left side, a catch by White. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
At the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. 8, 8, 7.
Back to throw, Newton. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
7-yard line.
I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. He completes it right side to White. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Here's Newton. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a short return to the 6-yard line. There was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Jackson throwing here complete to Boyle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
A gain of 12.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. John Simon. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And going deep downfield for Boykin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And they're able to up the lead by one more.
Makes the score Patriots 24, Ravens nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
It's so tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
He was looking for Mark Ingram there. And now it's 2nd down. To throw again, Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw again is Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around, trust with the arm.
That's right, man. You gotta watch it. 51 to Mike.
Again, Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Raven ball carrier.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Cam Newton, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Patriots 31, Ravens nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
It's a gain of
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
I'm going back to you. Mike 51. Mike 51.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
48-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Yards to go.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Jackson now. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Patrick Chung, got a hand in, knocked it away. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Newton, he'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. The shotgun snap for Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
No gain on the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Ingram again. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I tell you what, Charles, this might